My hair. I feel like it's all falling out, and it is. This is just from my shower. If I brush my hair, probably about that much comes out too, and then all day long I'm losing a bunch more. It's just sad. I'm very, very thankful that I started out with thick hair, because this part is stressful. Hi guys, this is my 14-week post-RNY update. Let's see, my weight today was 237.8, and I do not remember what I weighed last week, so pretty sure I'm down like a pound, 2 pounds, maybe 3 pounds, probably 2 pounds, I don't know. I actually had my 3-month checkup with my surgeon, my exercise physiologist, and my nutritionist yesterday. I was super excited that I have actually lost 10 inches from around my hips, but that area. I don't remember what else they said. They told me that I was doing really good. My nutritionist is a little bit concerned that I can still only eat such a little amount at a time, but besides that, I'm doing pretty good. I may have to go to the orthopedic doctor about my knee because it's still being a pain in the butt. But beyond that, they were all really excited about how I'm doing. Ooh, my BMI is actually in the 30s now. It was 39 point something, but in the 30s, I will take it. Let's see. So last weekend, my sister-in-law, best friend, decided to take me up north to Duluth for my birthday because she was working my actual birthday weekend. So we had me and my daughter, my brother, and my sister-in-law, and their 2 kids, and my sister-in-law is like 8 months pregnant. So we all rode up together in the van. It takes 4 hours to get up there. We had some movies on for the kids and a bunch of snacky stuff for them. So we got up there, and it was probably almost 11 by the time we got up there. The kids had fun. They all got to sleep kind of together on the floor. We brought like sleeping bags and a bunch of pillows, and they kind of just all sprawled out on the corner. They had lots of fun. So on Saturday, we got up early. We had breakfast, and then we took the kids swimming at the pool there. That was probably really good exercise for me because nobody else brought a swimsuit besides me and the kids. So I had to haul 2-year-old back and forth, and then my 3-year-old back and forth, and yeah, play with my 7-year-old nephew. So I was running around all over in there. Then we went to a park and played for a while, and it was a really cool park. It had like a giant wooden boat for the kids to play on too. We got to see the boats come in under the big bridge that goes up and down. What else did we do? Oh, we also rode, it's like a car, but it's a pedal car. I don't know. It's like a big bike for 4 or more people. We had me and Laura in the back seat. We each had a pedal. And then my brother Jonah and Laura's aunt in the front. Emerson, my nephew, smushed in the middle of them, and then the 2 little girls were in the front little basket thing. You're allowed to sit there. They got strapped in. The kids all had helmets, but we had to pedal along the little boardwalk by Lake Superior. It was not easy, but it was really fun and pretty. The weather was perfect. My brother, I'm gonna have to insert video. It was so funny. He was ridiculous. He must be super out of shape, but he was like huffing and puffing the whole time. He's all, oh, I can't do this. And he was like, my spleen fell out. He offered some kid $1 to pull us back. Like, it was really fun. We probably only went like 2 miles down and then back. But that was really cool. I had never done that before. Then, let's see, we all went out to eat at a cool place. I don't remember what it's called. Shorties and Smoked Meats or something like that. It was on Diners, Drive-In, and Dives. Then we all went, I don't know what to call it. It's like, it looks like a roller coaster that goes down the hill. But it's like individual cars, and you have like a brake to control how fast or slow you go down the hill. And I'm a big chicken. I don't like roller coasters. I won't go on them. I don't really like rides. I am a huge chicken. So I was like, I'm not going. I don't want to. And Laura's aunt was like, oh, come on, girls, you want to go down a big slide? And got the girls all excited. So in the end, I was kind of pressured into going. And actually, I had such a good time. It was so fun. Me and my daughter went together. And the first time I went down, I was like, I went so slow. It was ridiculous. And then we actually went again, and I went a little bit faster. But it was so fun and so pretty. I'm going to have to put in the video and the pictures in here. But we had a few children freak out moments while we were up there. But overall, it was such a good trip. Very short, just like 24-hour trip, but it was awesome. And I'm glad we did some like physical stuff, like riding the bikes and walking around the boardwalk and stuff like that. So I actually got lots of steps in that day. But the trip and probably lots of weird emotional stuff that's going on right now have gotten me into a bad place snacking. Like on the way there, I tried to be so good. I tried. I packed my own like snack bag because we had brought so much snacks for everybody in the car. There was candy, and there was chips and puff corn and I don't know, flat pretzels and cereal and just kind of everything. So I brought my own little Ziploc bag, and I had some protein chips, and I had string cheese in the cooler, and I had, I don't even remember what I all packed for myself, but I had a bunch of healthy stuff that I was allowed to eat. So I'm in the car and I'm eating my own stuff, and then I was like, the flat pretzels aren't that bad, so I'm just gonna have a couple. And then like I'd be snacking on a couple, and all of a sudden I was like, oh, my pouch is so full, I don't want to puke in the car. Like I was not paying attention to how much I was eating. I was just kind of snacking like I used to back in the day on a road trip. That's what you do, you snack. And I don't know what happened. I was like, when I get home, I'll just be really good. And I was surprised the day after I got home, I was like 2 pounds lighter on the scale. And I was like, all that walking around, see, snacking does nothing. Not a big deal. I can snack a little bit. I don't want to think like that. It's bad. So then, what was it? Sunday, it was like the first time I think I've had any like hunger pains at all, or not even pains. It's not like I was starving, but I felt like I'm a little bit hungry, and that shocked me. Like I have not felt one bit of physical hunger since the surgery. So I was kind of freaked out by that, and I was like, oh my gosh, it's going to be just like I was before and always be hungry, and it freaked me out. So then the next day I was like, I'm going to be really good, because I woke up, I weighed myself in the morning like I usually do, and I gained 1.5 pounds from my 2 pound loss. So I was like back to pretty much where I started, almost. So I was like, I need to get this, you know, back in order, because I have my doctor's appointment. I want to weigh, you know, the lowest possible weight when I go in there. I'm a people pleaser. I want to show them how good I've done. So on Monday, I tried to be really good. And I think in the evening, I ended up snacking a little bit. But, you know, yesterday, after I ate really good, I went to my doctor appointments, I came home, and I was still pretty good. And then it's the evening when my snacky hunger just comes out, and I just want to put everything I see into my mouth. Like, I walked past my daughter's room, and she had a little carton of goldfish crackers. And I was like, don't eat it. Just walk away. Don't put it in your mouth. You will regret it. And so I walked over and put a handful in my mouth. I was like, what am I doing? I knew I was going to regret it. And I did. Ay, ay, ay. I don't know. So, the other things, like, I just started an anti-anxiety med 2 weeks ago, I think, buspirone or something, and I'm supposed to take half a pill in the morning and half a pill in the evening. I've done pretty good taking that, but I don't know if it's the combination of just memories. I have some bad traumatic things that have happened, and sometimes they poke up because I never really officially dealt with them properly. I'm still in counseling. I'm still working on it. But then I watched a video. Oh goodness, I'm not even gonna remember who it was. Brain fart. Is it Liz? It's from The Naked Truth. I was watching one of her videos and she was talking about what she had learned dating after weight loss surgery and after losing a bunch of weight, and how when you don't feel good about yourself, you accept things from the other person that you really shouldn't, because you don't value yourself. And that brought up a lot of emotions for me. A lot. It brought up, okay, I've had several horror stories that I could tell you about, but I really just want to share one very personal, very traumatic story with you guys. This was about 9 years ago. I was just in the process of moving back to Minnesota from Idaho, and I found a guy on like a Christian dating website because I was sick of trying to date jerks, and I thought this would be the way to find a wonderful man. So I'm gonna try to make this story short, and I do not want to cry, so I'm just going to hustle through the story so you can get the gist of it. So I had been talking to him for like a couple months. I talked to him the whole drive out from Idaho. We were getting really close. He had seen pictures of me. He had actually seen full body picture of me. We were getting very, very close. The last month that we were together, we were probably on the phone 6 hours or more a day. And I know that sounds crazy. It is crazy. And I told him, I said, it is my worst fear. We had not met in person yet. I was like, it is my worst fear that you will come out and see me and not want to be with me because I'm not skinny. And I was very vocal about this. I was honest with him about it. And he said that he loved me. He knew me very well at this point. He loved me for me, and that he would get off of the plane blindfolded and marry me right then and there. We actually had planned to elope when he came to visit me. Oh gosh, this sounds like an insane story. It kind of is. This was like 9 years ago. I was very young and crazy and just anyway, we wanted to elope when he came out, and then when I was done with the job that I had for that year, we were going to have a big wedding with all of our families and then move back to Colorado where he was. Gosh, I can't even believe that I would agree to marry somebody and I hadn't met him. But anyway, my crazy in love thing is not the point. So we had a time that he was going to come out, and I'm not completely crazy. I wasn't going to meet him all by myself in case he was a murderer or something. So I had my best friend, Laura, the one who took me away for the weekend. She came with me and picked him up from the airport, and the day he came out, we decided that we were going to go to the Mall of America, wander around, talk, just hang out and have a good time together. So Laura kind of left us alone after she was sure he wasn't nuts. We wandered around the Mall of America. He held my hand. Sorry, backtrack a little bit in the story. When he came out of the airport, he met me, gave me a big hug and a kiss before he got in the car, and I felt super relieved. I was like, oh, okay, he's seen me in person, and he still loves me. And I was like, phew, okay. So anyway, we were back to Mall of America, wandering around the whole day. He was being affectionate in public. I thought everything was good. At the end of the day, we ended up going back to his hotel room, and I'm not going to say exactly, but things happened. And after things happened, he was very, very quiet. And like, we had been talking for months and months, nonstop talking about everything, and I knew something was wrong. And I just had a horrible feeling in the pit of my stomach, like it's how I look, and I just knew it. And so, not gonna cry. I asked him, I was like, what's wrong? You know, something is wrong. I was like, is this just all on the way that I look? And he was like, I don't even remember exactly what he said then, but he was kind of unsure about things and just weird. And I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna go home and I'll give you some space. I said, this whole time we've thought that this was meant to be, that this was right. I said, you know, it's been a crazy day. You haven't had any sleep. We'll just, you know, talk about this at a different time. So I went back to my place for the night, and I got a text that he meant to send to his best friend, but he sent it to me. And he had said, as soon as I saw her, I should have turned around and walked the other way. But like an idiot, I got in the car, and now I'm on my way to the airport, and I can't fly out till 6 in the morning. I can't even say how much that devastated me and hurt me. So afterwards, he went back and he wanted to pretend that I never existed. He erased me from, at the time it was MySpace. There was some mean text messages back and forth. Like, I had texted him back when I got that message, and I had said, I think this message was supposed to be for somebody else, but I'm glad to know what you really think of me. But anyway, it was a very, very traumatic thing for me, because that was my worst fear. He knew it was my worst fear, and still it happened. And afterwards, he told me that he was secretly, like, I don't even know the word for it, like, hated fat people, pretty much. And he thought that because he loved me, it wouldn't matter what I really weighed. And he didn't think, I don't know, from the picture, that I weighed as much as I did, but he knew that he couldn't handle it, and he needed to be very attracted to the person that he marries and whatever. But that was really, really devastating for me. And some of this story, some of the other stories that I haven't told you guys, like, it really does affect your self-esteem. And mine was already pretty bad to begin with. So I'm so thankful for the man that I am with now. He met me at pretty much my thinnest, and within a couple months we were pregnant. I gained a lot of weight, and then I went back to school with being a stay-at-home mom, and I gained even more weight. I got to my highest weight, and he still loved me. He's been through all of this stuff with me, and he's just there for me. And, you know, going through the other horrible things makes me so appreciative of what I have now. And even though I'm shrinking and getting to be at a smaller size where things like that wouldn't happen to me anymore, there are so many women out there that have had horrible things, similar stories happen to them. And I know that we're supposed to have good self-esteem and pick guys who would never treat us like that and whatever, but I don't know, sometimes it just happens. And how do you correct the damage that they have done? I'm working very hard to correct the damage that I have allowed other people to do to me. So this got way longer than I intended it to. I will cut it off now and talk to you guys all later. Sorry to end on kind of a sad note, But yeah, that's kind of been on my mind, kind of attributing to my snacking. I don't know, I gotta rein it in and deal with some of this crap. But yeah, I just thought that I would share it. Like, you other ladies who have had horrible things happen, like, don't be ashamed and don't think that it's just you that someone has treated poorly. Like, there are a lot of us out there. And just because you've been treated poorly does not, like, make your value go down. You are valuable. You are very, very valuable for exactly the person that you are, exactly the weight that you are, no matter what weight you are. You are very valuable. And don't accept crap from anybody. Love you guys. Talk to you later. Bye.